What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, The Jewish Catholic. For today's video, we're going on the second episode of the Hanukkah series. But before we go ahead and dig into the video, if you're not yet part of the family, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because in this channel, we talk all things Torah, Halakha, Jewish thought, and more. If you end up enjoying this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up because it really does help the video and the channel. And of course, if you find that this video is share-worthy, make sure you share it with your friends and family. Alright, let's go! In our previous video, we spoke a little bit about what Hanukkah is, a little bit about its history, and why I believe that Christians should be celebrating this holiday. And I'm very happy to say that that video was pretty well received. Although, I can't forget to mention that there were those that were yelling, "Judaizer!" But what can you expect? That is the internet. For those of us that want to enjoy our lives and add a little bit more of that Jewish roots to our Catholic lives, to our Christian lives, let's go ahead and continue through the series. As promised, for this video, we're going to be taking you on a little bit of a tour through my home, showing you how I have decorated the house for the holidays. Of course, in this house, we have been celebrating Hanukkah for pretty much forever. But now that I am in the Catholic life, I'm also going to be celebrating Christmas, which is pretty cool. So in the spirit of the combination of Hanukkah and Christmas, even though they're completely different things in separate timings, I am gonna go ahead and just tell you guys that we are ready for the holidays. And for us in this house, we don't just call this season the season of Hanukkah and of Christmas, we call it the season of Chrismukkah. So without further ado, let's go into the B-roll and show you how I have decorated my home. Let's go.
Till I'm flying in the sky like a dove. Let me unwind as I light up a flame in the name of the Lion of Judah. Drop like a hammer when I fall like the rain. Sun shower, feel the power when I hit like a train. Happy Hanukkah, I wanna give a gift to you. Light up the night, my love shine through. From Mount Zion, this is what we do. Bring love to you. Happy Hanukkah, I wanna give a gift to you. Light up the night, my love shine through. Zion, this is what we do, bring love to you. Looking into the cosmos, flows intact. When I write to excite, now I'm fighting back. Intertwined with the divine, it's a battle for your spine. It's a battle from the ancient line. Son of King David, Maccabee to the end of time. You're my light in the hardest time. Yes, you bring peace to my mind. Won't you please let me unwind? Oh, as I light up a flame in the name of the Lion of Judah. Drop like a hammer when I fall like the rain. Sun shower, feel the power when I hit like a train. Happy Hanukkah, I wanna give a gift to you. Light up the night, my love shine.
As you can see throughout the house, there are decorations that pretty much fit into both seasons, Hanukkah and Christmas. And you even saw that little sign that says, Happy Chrismukkah. I hope nobody gets offended by that and takes it so seriously that it bothers their holiday season. But again, for those of you who want to enjoy your lives and who want to take a little bit more of this Jewish and Catholic world into your life, I recommend that you have something like this in your house because it just makes it a little bit more unique. Now let's go ahead and talk about how you celebrate Hanukkah. This is what this video is really all about. Of course, every home has their own tradition, every community has their own style. So for me, I've taken a little bit of what I've learned throughout my years celebrating Hanukkah, but also just a bit of what comes from my family in particular. And as we are starting to build a family, we already have a son with a daughter very, very soon in the way. we are adding our own traditions into the mix, which make it all the better. So the essential things you're going to be needing for Hanukkah to celebrate, of course, you can decorate your house however you want. Some people put out blue and silver decorations. Personally, that's not my style. I really like rustic. I like very natural colors. Hence why if you look at my decor, even for Christmas, it's very green, gold, wood, and dark tones like that. I don't like the red pops. I don't like all of the crazy colors. That's just my personal style. So because of that, even the candles that I used for my Hanukkiah, which we'll dig into in a second, are very natural looking. So the first thing you need is a Hanukkiah. What is that? A Hanukkiah is basically a 9-branch menorah, and it looks like this. Hopefully that shows in the camera quite well, but this is the one that I just got literally today as I'm filming this video, straight from Jerusalem, supporting those small businesses there. I think it's a very, very beautiful design. And these candles right here, which I am in love with, are beeswax candles, which are, again, something that I really appreciate because it's very natural and they just smell great. Usually when you buy Hanukkah candles, they're made specifically to fit into the Hanukkiah because they're quite thin compared to regular candles. And in total, you need over 80 candles, so when you go to buy them, they will come in a set so that you will have enough. And I will explain why, because there's a specific process in which you light the candles. So again, the Hanukkiah itself is a 9-branch menorah. And the reason why, as we spoke about in our previous video, is to commemorate the miracle that is told in Jewish legend in regards to the dedication or rededication of the temple, where the miracle of the oil says that there was only enough for one day, but it lasted for 7 days, but the celebration happened for 8 whole days. So why 9? 9 because the middle candle is the one that is used to light the other candles. That middle one, very interestingly enough, is called the shamash, which means the servant candle. It's interesting because if you know my channel, if you know my content, there is something very special about this middle candle. The candelabra, as we spoke about before, represents Yeshua himself, or the Spirit of God. And Yeshua, we know, is the light of the world. But he then tells us to also be lights in this world and to let our good works shine. And as we light the candles, I think it's a good thing to meditate on, to really ponder upon the beautiful fact that when you're doing this, when you're celebrating Hanukkah, we are dedicating ourselves to God because our bodies are the temple of the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. The same way that shamash lights the other candles, Yeshua, how it tells us in the book of Yeshayahu, Isaiah, he is the servant. And thus, that servant candle lights the rest of the candles, and he, Yeshua, lights us up with the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. I know there's a lot of symbolism in there, and I'm sure you could probably find more of it. So if you do, make sure you leave it in the comments below. So how do you light the candles? Well, the way to do it is you will have your middle candle, the shamash, and you begin lighting the candles throughout the days, which are the 8 days of Hanukkah, rather 8 nights. So at nighttime, at sunset, what you want to do is you want to take the shamash and light the first candle, which is going to be all the way to the right. So going through your side to mine, you take the shamash and then you're going to start lighting the first candle. Usually you're not going to have all these candles out. I have them out just because it looks really nice. And then when it's actually Hanukkah, then I will do it properly, which is you have the shamash, you have the first candle. On the next day, you have the shamash, 2 candles. The shamash, 3 candles, so on and so forth. And then by the 8th night of Hanukkah, you're going to have the whole menorah lit, which looks absolutely beautiful. When you light the candles, there are a couple of blessings that are said. So I'm going to go ahead and give you those blessings. I'm going to sing them how they're traditionally sung, but be mindful of the fact that I am not a great singer by any means. So please don't judge my terrible singing. But let's go ahead and dig into the blessings. For the first blessing, this is for the middle candle, the shamash, and it goes like this. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, vetzivanu lechadlik ner shel Chanukah. The next blessing is the one you do when you use the shamash to light the other candles. And that one goes like this. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Now this next blessing is only done in the very first night of Hanukkah. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. And those right there are your blessings, your barachot for the lighting of the candles. Of course, another thing you want to do, don't forget about the dreidel. That is this guy right here. There's plenty of videos out in the internet about dreidels, how you play it, but it's a really fun game that is usually played during Hanukkah time, and it has 4 Hebrew letters in here that basically let you know what to do. It's kind of like a betting game, and essentially what you do is everybody gets these chocolate gold coins, and you spin, and each one of the Hebrew letters will let you know what you do. One of them could let you know if you're going to put something in, if you take half, if you take it all. But definitely check out videos on how to play the dreidel, or perhaps I may make it during the night of Hanukkah when I'm playing it with my family and friends. Yet another thing that you don't want to forget to do in your celebrations for Hanukkah is eating fried foods. Foods that are fried in oil. Why? As you could probably guess, because of the miracle that is tied to Hanukkah, and it's all about oil, we use oil to make our primary foods. So that includes things like sofganiot, or donuts, jelly-filled donuts, or latkes, which are basically potato pancakes, and other fried foods that you may like to eat. Maybe some fried fish in there, maybe some French fries. It's up to you. Now, of course, these are the superficial things that you do to celebrate Hanukkah, but I think that the most important part of it, and the reason why I even recommend Christians to celebrate it, is because of its symbolism. So don't forget to, in your celebrations, remind yourself always why you're doing this. This holiday celebrates the rededication of the temple back in the day. But the scriptures tell us that we are the temple of the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. And as we spoke about before, when you're lighting the Hanukkiah, you want to keep these things in mind. Remembering also the Shamash, the servant candle, which represents Yeshua. Remember also the other candles that surround the Shamash. That is us, the body of the Messiah, the church. And it is He that shines through us. He is the one, the source of the light. And thus, when we're lighting the other candles, we're reminding ourselves that it is Yeshua who shines bright through us. And the way that we do that is by keeping His commandments, His instructions, His Torah, and by doing good deeds, by being kind, by being loving, by being charitable, and all of these things that involve being a light to the world. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the decorations and my horrible singing. I'm sorry about that, but I hope, again, that you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I hope you enjoy it. Get ready for the next video. And when that one's up, it's going to be linked right up here. So make sure to look out for that one. All right, folks, have a blessed week. Shalom.